What's up, guys? My name is Matt, and yes, I am back in making videos. Again, I decided to make start my regularly scheduled program. Kind of. It's later day as I'm recording this, so I have a day off. Don't expect Monday videos. I'm extremely busy. Anyways, welcome to the Myers-Briggs test. This is basically a personality test. It's for free. I'll link it in the description if you guys want to take it. But I've seen some of my friends take this, and I'm like, hey, this might be a good idea for me to take as well. I've taken this before, but it's been like eons ago. So again, my computer's over here, my TV's over here, and it's bigger, so I'm looking over here. That's why. It's not important. Anyways, so it takes less than 12 minutes. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer, who's texting me, and try not to leave any neutral answers. So, you find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. Yeah, kind of. A little bit. It's not like I'm going to be talking a lot about this, so this is obviously going to take more than 12 minutes. You know, it's sometimes hard, but sometimes it's not that hard. So it's like, I'm not like avoiding people to not meet them, but I'm not like going out of my way to meet people. So you often get so lost in thought that you ignore or forget your surroundings. Excuse me. Not really. Hardly ever. Yeah, no, not really, not at all. You try to respond to emails as soon as possible and cannot stand any messy inbox. Who's messaging me still? If it's important. If it's an important email, then yes, absolutely. As soon as I can get it. Cannot stand a messy inbox. I put somewhat, because I try to respond right away and sometimes I do forget. I try to clean it up, but it doesn't last. You find it easy to stay relaxed even when there's increased pressure? No. I can stay relaxed. Actually, yeah, no. I'm very relaxed. I lied. Because I do come off as laid back, but sometimes there's like a lot of pressure and I can't handle it, but that's very rare. So I really don't count it. You do not usually initiate conversations. It's really false because I do like to talk to people. You really do something just out of sheer curiosity. How many answers are there? I forgot. You feel superior to other people. I feel superior to other people. Hey. Everything I feel about the same. Being organized is important. It's more important than you. Being organized is more important to you than being adaptive. If you guys see my room, that is not true. I am not organized whatsoever. I like to adapt. Usually highly motivated and energetic. I try not to answer neutral, but it's like I'm not really that highly motivated, but I'm very energetic. I'll put slightly. Because I do come up, I am a little lazy. Any debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. Any debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. I don't care about debate. Yeah. You have to feel justified. Oh my god, I can't read today. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people. Yes. I always have to explain myself, and I shouldn't. I I just answered that. It is not. It's not tight at all. You do not mind being at the center of attention. I mean, I'm here, so... yeah, I don't mind at all. You consider yourself more practical than creative. That is so false, I've noticed. People can really upset you. Depending on your definition of upset. Because if people make me feel sad, then that's true. That's absolutely true. If people make me upset because in our house it's like, oh, angry, then that's wrong on so many levels. But I'm gonna go off of being sad, and that is absolutely 100% true. Nobody really makes me sad. They make me disappointed, but I'm not at all. The travel plans are usually well thought out. I don't make the travel plans. It's usually my mom. She's like the queen of making plans. She's like, oh yeah, we'll do this, and if this doesn't work, we'll have that. If that doesn't work, then we'll have this and this. If I made a vacation plan, if I ever made a vacation plan, I would say I would have the hotels, see what's around, obviously how the heck we would get there. I'd probably learn pretty quick, honestly, so I'd say somewhat. Because I feel like we'll hit a snag, and then I'll be like, oh shit, what do we do now? It's often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. That is so false. I always relate to people. They come to me for help sometimes, just for cheering up, because I'm like real support. Your mood can change very quickly. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. In discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. Yeah. Truth hurts, but they gotta know. You really worry about how your actions affect other people. God, now this thing makes me think, because I'm like, oh shit, what if that actually happens? You really worry about how your actions affect other people. Oh, wait, has that got you? Yeah, I'm gonna be on that. You really worry about how your actions affect other people. Slightly disagree. I mean, I really don't care what I do, but obviously if I hurt someone's feelings that are really close to them, yeah, I don't care. Your work style is closer to random energy spikes than a methodical, organized approach. Yes. You're often envious of other people? Not at all. Not at all. An interesting book or a video game is often better than a social event. Yeah. More often than not. I mean, obviously there's going to be some incidences where there will be an event that I really wanted to go to and I'll go to it. Like PAX. But besides that, that's once a year. And now we don't feel like traveling all the way to California or Texas or anywhere like that just to go to the other events. So, I guess I actually slightly agree. Because, again, there's that one anomaly. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. Yes. Yes. Obviously, there's going to be... Obviously, there's going to be parts where you're just... Again, there's going to be snags, so you have to adapt. God, is there 100 questions to this thing? God fucking damn it. We're already 9 minutes in, so this is not taking less than 12 minutes. You really get carried away by fantasies or ideas. That's kind of false. I lose myself in thought a lot when it comes to my drawings, but as in, like, losing myself by sitting here in the chair, and it's like everything around me turns into like a blob of space, and that's not true at all. You have to find yourself lost in thought as you're walking in nature. I rarely walk in nature anyways, and... I say strongly disagree. Why did my mouse go up when I'm down? If someone does not respond to me, I could reset where you said something wrong. Oh shit, now I'm thinking about... Oh, this customer. This is from 2011. So now I'm thinking that it's not just emails, it's texts. And if it's like that, then I'm going to say slightly agree. As a parent, you would rather see a child grow up kind and smart. Absolutely. Absolutely. The smart can come later, but the kind that has to come first. You do not let people influence your actions. See, when I started my channel, obviously people, like other YouTubers, influenced how I did my style, how I eventually came up to be me. But again, like in real life too, I really don't care about what people do, I do me. And that's kind of the same deal as well when I'm like doing YouTube like this. I started off doing certain styles, like, you know, this person, that person, but eventually I kind of got out of it and I made my own style. So I'm going to say agree. When you sleep, your dream tends to focus on the real world and its events. No, not at all. Instead of fucking dream last night, but I was on a bus and I was running for it, and they were playing the new Ninja Sex Party song, Release the Kraken. It's not what you think. It's actually a very funny song. And next thing you know, freaking Kale from Dragon Ball came on the bus. And obviously there were some real people I knew there, and there were some people that were from like other shows as well. Kale just comes on, sees this one person, doesn't want to get off the bus. She just chokehold grabs them and just like throws them off the bus. I don't think I was next actually, but she was like, and she just walked away. It was so weird. Now, it does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities in your new workspace. No. I've yet to do something at work. You're more of a nature improviser. A natural improviser in a travel planner? Yes, I improvise a lot. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Oh, shit. It depends on the emotion, honestly. Obviously, if I'm like happy, I'm happy. If I'm sad, I'm sad. I don't let that bother me. Anger. Why does my phone keep saying it's charged? Yes, I know I have 100% charge. Shut up. When it comes down to anger, I try not to let that control me. So I'm going to say agree. Because if I get to a point where it's like I'm really, really, really mad, like I get to the point where I snap, then obviously those control me. When I snapped once in my entire life, and I didn't do anything. I was just letting my body go. But again, that was once. You enjoy going to a social event that involves dress up or role play activities? Nope. I do not want to wear a tail. No, thank you. Although, I wouldn't mind doing it once. Obviously not that kind of aspect, but just dressing up as like someone from like Dragon Ball, Undertale, something like that. Like, obviously I wouldn't go to the extent that some people do. Some of the stuff that people do are fantastic, and that's amazing. But I want something simple. I want to do something simple just for the sake of saying I did it. That's all. I don't want to do anything else crazy. You have to spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. Sometimes I do. I'll admit that. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. See, I would rather do that, but I shouldn't do that. I'm trying not to. I try to think of a plan first, but then I end up improvising at the same time. So I'm going to say slightly agree. It's not a conscious choice. Actually, no, slightly disagree, because again, it's not a conscious choice that I'd rather improvise. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person? Yes, I am. I rarely talk to people. Surprising, because I do YouTube. I rarely talk to people. I just gotta sit there and listen. If you had a business, you would find be very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. Would I? See, again, I don't know. If I had, like, a team, because I mentioned it before, no, I don't know, I didn't mention it much again. I'll think of it that way. If I had a team, you know, for this entire channel, and someone was underperforming, they weren't doing what they were supposed to do, they were just kind of freeloading, I'd get rid of them. But what do you find is loyal, though? That's the only thing. I'll say disagree. It kind of depends, honestly. It depends on if you like them or not. Do you often contemplate for the reason for humans' existence? I rarely do that, I don't know. Logic is used more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. Ooh. Oh God. I'm gonna say slightly disagree. The only reason why I'm saying slightly disagree is because if it's a certain decision, I'll use my logic. If it's another certain decision, I'll use my heart. If it's like life-threatening and I have to make a decision that impacts me for the rest of my life, I use both. I use both my heart and my head. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list? Yes, absolutely. I hate having to-do lists. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggesting a way. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. Oh God, I do both at the same time. I'll say yes. Strongly agree. No, I'll just say I would say agree, because there's some situations where I have to say you should get help, obviously. I'm not an end-all be-all solution. But again, if it's like the stronger, it's very close. That's good. You really feel insecure. I'll slightly agree. It depends. Sometimes if it's like it's a personal thing, then obviously yes, I will feel insecure, but I'll say slightly agree. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. So obviously there's going to be some snafus. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. No. I don't care if I'm right. I mean, if I'm right, that's great, but obviously, if we need to come up with a solution, I need to make a suggestion, and I think I'm right, I won't say anything, but then they're like, oh, you do this, and I'll say, that's what I said earlier. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by fact or not? Yeah, absolutely. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people? Yes, I do. You frequently misplace your things? Yeah. Slightly agree. Not all the time, but I do. You see yourself as very, very emotionally stable. Yeah, again, I have my moments. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. When I get started, I do. I'll say slightly disagree because it doesn't happen all the time. You would never call yourself a dreamer. I would slightly agree. I've never thought of that. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. Depends on who the many people are. If it's like a group of strangers, then it depends. I'll say disagree, because if it's like a group of strangers, you never get to see them ever again. If it's like a group of your friends, then obviously they respect you for who you are. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. Also, I rely on both. You worry too much about what other people think. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. Alright, I think we're almost there. If the room is full, you stay close. If the room is full, you stay closer to the wall, avoiding the center. Disagree. Sometimes I like to branch out. You have a tendency to procrastinate. Yep. Until there's not enough time to do everything. Yep. I procrastinate all the time. You're very anxious in a stressful situation. Not really. You believe it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. Ooh. I guess I slightly disagree. Because yeah, I like being liked, but obviously if I'm liked by too much, and that's a little too... You have always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things, books, art, or movies. Yeah. You often take initiative in such situations. Not really, no. See what I am. Oh, I think that's what I got last time. I'm an INFP-A. I'm a mediator. My mind was literally split up 50-50. That's what I'm talking about. I'm basically an introvert and an extrovert, and if that wasn't that 51%, if I chose probably one answer differently, I probably would have been an extrovert. Energy trait shows what we direct our mind. Energies, intuitive or observant. Really? I'm very observant. I rarely do that. This trait determines how we make decisions, cope with emotions, feelings, thinking. How does he think is most important enough? Yeah, this trait reflects our approach to work, plans, decision making. I judge the situation a lot. I'm kind of very surprised on that. And perspective. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are with our abilities and decisions. Assertive. Alright, so I'll start reading some of this. I do want to take a picture of this because I'm like, oh yeah, this is a thing. You know, I kind of want to show people. So, 1 second. Okay, I did my thing. So, let's start reading this. I won't read all of it. I'll do my best to, because obviously I find this very interesting. And I believe... Messaging me. Stop it. I'm recording a video. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, phone. No. It's so crazy. I'm 51% introverted. That 1%, man. But, do I have a login? I probably have a login. I honestly don't remember. So, that's nuts. So, the media personality, I guess there's different types. Go away. Mediator personalities are true idealists. They're always looking for the hint of good even in the worst people. That's actually true. Kind of funny. I hate relating back to games, especially games that you guys might realize that. But Undertale, and the spoilers. No one's gonna be up. Spoilers for Undertale. If you've not played Undertale, mute this right now. Once my arms go down, then the frickin' spoilers will be over. Keep that in mind. As I said, the spoilers now. In the genocide route, you fight Sans, and one of his lines before he starts his fight with you the first time was, "Do you believe that the worst people can change, that everyone can be good, even if they just try?" Before he wrecks your shit. But I found it very interesting because I'm like this. Like, I do that too. It's like, do you believe that the worst people can change? And yes, absolutely. Okay, I would repeat the last part because some of you guys, didn't hear that. But anyways, there's a line in Undertale that says, "Do you believe that the worst people can change, that everyone can be good, even if they just try?" I won't say where that's from. I won't say who said it. That's on you guys to find out, if you haven't played it yet. Okay, so the hymn couldn't even enrich people in events, searching for a way to make things better. While they may be perceived as calm, reserved, or even shy, mediators have an inner flame and passion that truly shines. Comprising just 4% of the population, the risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high for the mediator personality types. But when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, the harmony that they feel will be a fountain of joy and inspiration. Who's messaging me? Leave me alone! What do you need? I'm reading my INFP type deals. Percentage is exactly the same, but in opposite directions, except I'm turbulent and my percentage are a lot more balanced through the middle. The most I was talking to somebody else because this is the friend I actually saw with, and apparently my percentages and their percentages are the inverse, and they're the they're the campaigner, while I'm the diplomat. That makes sense, I guess. That's how personalities work. So being part of diplomat role group, mediators are guided by their principles rather than their logic, excitement. You're still talking to me. I just charged my phone and it just decided to go off. So rather than by logic, excitement, or practically I'm just replying okay to this person. By the way, my name is Maddie. If you're watching this, hi. Oh yes, I mentioned you in the video. I am not sorry. So, when deciding how to move forward, they will look to honor. Yes, honor, beauty, morality, and virtue. Mediators are led by the purity of their intents, not rewards and punishments. People who show the mediator personality types are proud. They're pride of this quality and right. So, but not everyone understands its drive behind these feelings and leads to isolation. All that is gold is not glitter. Not all those who wander lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. J.R.R. Tolkien. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. Oh God, this is gonna get philosophical on me. God damn it. At their best, these qualities enable mediators to communicate deeply with others, easily speaking in metaphors and parables. No? I know a few, and I used to use those a lot, but okay, fine. That's kind of true. I don't know a shit ton, but when I do know them, I use them. Understanding and creating symbols to share their ideas. Fantasy worlds are Fantasy worlds in particular fascinate mediators. There we go. Why can't I read today? More than any other personality types, the strength in their visionary communication style leads itself well into creative works. And it comes as no surprise that many famous mediators are poets, writers, and actors. Understanding themselves and their place in the world is important to mediators as they explore these ideas by projecting themselves into their world. Mediators have a talent for self-expression, revealing their beauty and their secrets through metaphors and different characters. That's kind of true, because I kind of show myself as my character that I created. Mediator's ability with language does not stop with their native tongue either, as well as most people who share diplomat personality types They're considered gifted when it comes to learning a second or third language. That's true. I put the fresh kind of close. Their gift for communication also leads itself well to mediators' desire for harmony and recurring theme with diplomats to help them move forward in finding their calling. Sure. Listen to many people but talk to few. Unlike the extroverted cousin, though, it's probably the campaigner, mediators will focus their attention on just a few people, a single worthy cause. Simply spread too thinly, they run out of energy, and even become dejected and overwhelmed by all the bad in the world that they can't fix. This is a sad sight for mediators' friends who will come to depend on their rosy outlook. That's not necessarily true. For me, I try to help people. Obviously, yes, that is true, that I can't help too many people or else I will run out of energy, but I never get dejected from all the bad. Obviously there's going to be bad in the world. Not everyone's good, not everyone's bad. I try to look at the good. If they are not careful, mediators can lose themselves in their quest for good and neglect the day-to-day upkeep that life demands. Mediators often drift into deep thoughts, enjoying contemplating the hypothetical and the philosophical more than any other personality types. Left unchecked, mediators may start to lose touch, withdrawing into hermit mode, and it can take a great deal of energy for their friends or partner to bring them back to the real world. Okay, let's break this down. So, if not careful, upkeep like demands, deep thoughts. Okay, so let's start with this one here. I don't really lose myself in the quest for good. Obviously, it's like I try, but if it's a lost cause, then I stop. Obviously, if there's people out there that's my friends and they're obviously upset, I try to help them as best as I can. But it doesn't get to the point where I lose myself. Mediators often drift into deep thought, enjoying content. Why am I moving Yum around? Alright, this one here. That's false. I do not do that at all. And then left unchecked, mediators start to lose touch, withdrawing into hermit mode. Kind of true. Lucky, like the flower and spring, mediators, affection, creativity, altruism, and idealism will always come back, rewarding them for those they love, perhaps not with logic and unity, but with a world view that inspires compassion, kindness, and beauty wherever they go. I hope so. And mediators, you may know, so Shakespeare. So I think these are going to show like real people and then actors, if I remember correctly. So Shakespeare, Tolkien, yeah, we're that person. Johnny Depp, which is kind of cool. I like Johnny Depp. Julia Roberts, Lisa Kudrow, sure. Tom Hiddleston. Oh, the guy who's Lucky. Oh, that's cool. Alicia Keys. Well, apparently Frodo. Anne and Dean Gables. Foxmore from the X-Files. That person. That lady. That lady. That dude. And I don't know half these people. The only one I know is Logan. That's actually kind of funny. Cool. Loki and I are mediator buddies. Alright, strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so mediator strengths. So we're idealistic. Alright, is this gonna show? Okay, so pros and cons. Okay, so we're idealistic, seek and value harmony, open-minded and flexible, very creative, passionate and energetic, and dedicated and hardworking. Okay. Mediators, friends, and loved ones will come to mind and depend on them for their optimism. Their unshaken belief that all people are inherently good, perhaps simply misunderstood, leads itself to incredibly resilient attitudes to face their hardships. Cool. People with the mediator personality type have no interest in having power over others. That's true. I don't want to be in charge. I'd rather be, instead of like a boss over a ton of people, I want to be the equal. It's not like I don't want to be in charge. That's not true at all. If I was in charge, I'd rather be the same level as everyone else. We're all people. I said this before in the last video. We all piss yellow. We all bleed red. I almost said bleed blue, which would have been kind of weird. If you bleed blue, seek some help. You don't care much for domineering attitudes at all. They prefer a more democratic approach, yep, and work hard to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard. Okay, cool. So, open-minded flexibility. A live and let live attitude comes naturally to mediators and dislike being constrained by rules. Oh, I hate rules. Mediators, given the benefit of the doubt too, so long as their principles and ideas are not to be challenged, they'll support others' right to do what they think is right. Okay, so mediators combine their visionary nature and their open-mindedness to allow them to see things from unconventional perspectives. Being able to connect many far-flung dots into a single theme is no wonder why many mediators are celebrated poets and authors. Okay, Twitter. Alright, so when something captures mediators' imagination and speaks to their beliefs, they go all in, dedicating their time, energy, thought, and emotions to the project. The shyness keeps them from podium, but they are the first to lend a helping hand where they are needed. Holy shit, I can't read today. So while others focus on the challenges of the moment, they may give up when the going gets tough. Mediators, especially the assertive ones. Oh, is that what the A means? I think that's what the A means. I'm assertive. Yay! Had a benefit of the far-reach vision to help them through, knowing that what they're doing is meaningful, gives people with this personality type a sense of purpose and even courage when it comes to accomplishing something they believe in. So, I forget what the other type is. I'll have to look at that later. So weaknesses. Too idealistic, too altering, impractical, dislikes dealing with data, takes things personally, and difficult to get to know. So mediators often take their idealism too far, setting themselves up for disappointment as, again and again, good things happen in the world. This is true on a personal level too, as mediators may not just idealize their partners, but idealize them, forgetting that no one is perfect. That's false. I do not see myself as perfect whatsoever. So this thing, obviously, take this thing with a grain of salt. That's just what I'm going to say right now. It's fun to see, and it's fun to see, oh yes, that's that, oh yes, that's true, no, that's not true, but I'm not idealistic at all. I'm kind of practical in a way, so I'm kind of surprised I'm not something different. So mediators sometimes see themselves as selfish. I've never seen myself as selfish at all, but only because they want to give so much more than they're able to. That's like Grace. That's exactly like Grace, because she devotes her energy into doing this. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy as they try to push themselves to commit a chosen cause or person, beginning to take care of the needs of others in their lives, especially themselves. So when something captures a mediator's imagination, they can neglect practical matters like day-to-day maintenance and simple pleasures. Sometimes people with the mediator personality type will take this as that word so far as to neglect eating and drinking as the pursuit for their passion or cause. Okay. It depends on the term imagination, because obviously sometimes when I get into my drawings, then I forget to do some stuff. If I'm in my games, that's absolutely when I lose myself. Obviously you have to stop to take a piss. That's when you're like, oh shit, I should probably eat. But I don't completely diss it. It's iffy. Just like dealing with data. Mediators are often so focused on the big picture that they forget the force and mood of individual treats. I hate that you put a mouthful in. Mediators are so in tune with emotions and morality that when the fact and data contradict their ideas, this can be a real challenge for them. Okay, coming from an engineer, I think when I first took this, I was in engineering, so when this actually happened, I was very confused. I don't like dealing with data, but I don't dislike dealing with data. If I have to do it, I'll do it, honestly. Yeah. Taking things personally. Itchy nose. Mediators often takes challenges and criticisms personally rather than an inspiration to reassess their position. Avoiding conflict as much as possible, mediators will put a great deal of time and energy into trying to align their principles and criticism into a middle ground to satisfy everybody. Yes. Well, yes and no. I try not to take things too personally. Obviously, there's some times where it does happen. I do avoid conflict. I hate getting involved. And I do try to make everyone happy, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Difficult to get to know, so mediators are private, reserved, and self-conscious. This makes them notoriously difficult to really get to know, as all introverts. And the need for these qualities contributes to the guilt they often feel for not giving more of themselves to those who care about them. Oh, that's a vicious cycle. That's a very vicious cycle. Because they try to make everyone happy, but they're also self-conscious, so they don't show up, but they feel guilty because they're not showing up to help people. Repeat. That sucks. I am hard to get to know. I am very reserved. And because I'm reserved, I'm private. I don't like to talk about a lot of stuff. That does kind of make me difficult to get to know, but once you get to know me, then obviously, once I get to know you, then I open up. But if I don't know you, if you just randomly came up to the street and it's like, oh, what's your, dog's birthday? I'm gonna be like, I ain't fucking telling you. Alright, let's get into the romance. We are 42 minutes into this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take, obviously you can close out if you just wanted to see results if you haven't already, but I find this fascinating. And again, I'll just leave the link down below in the description for this test. So, mediators' relationships. So mediators are dreamy idealists and are in pursuit of the perfect relationship. These qualities show strongest, never short of imagination. Mediators dream of the perfect relationship, forming an image of this pedestaled idea that their soulmate, playing and replaying scenarios in their heads of how things may be. This is a role that no person can hope to fill, and people with the mediator personality type need to recognize that nobody's perfect, and the relationships don't just magically fall into place. That is 100% true. Well, this part, anyways. Obviously, I have to work in a little bit harder to get to a relationship, and it sometimes open things up too quickly, and people just don't like it. It's fine. Obviously, nobody's perfect. I know that absolutely 100%. Who's messaging me now? Stop it. They take compromise, understanding, epic, cool. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. Absolutely. This is exactly what this says. That's all that you need to take out of it. Fortunate, these are qualities mediators are known for, and while it can be a challenge to separate long-fostered fantasies from reality, mediators tend to focus their attention on just a few people in their lives means that they will approach new relationships wholeheartedly with a sense of inherent values, dedication, and trust. So mediators share sincere belief that the idea of a relationship where two people can come together and make each other better and happier than they are alone, and they will take great efforts to show support and affection to others to make the idea a reality. But mediators aren't necessarily in a rush to commit. They are, after all, prospective, which probably means the P type. Oh, is that what that means? But that's a T. Oh, that's an O. There's a T. So IFPIN. Introverted FP. So that makes sense. Oh, and the A. But that's a T. Whatever. But mediators are necessarily in a rush to commit. They're after all the prospective type, and they're almost always looking at an established new relationship or improve an existing one. They need to be sure that they've found someone compatible. In dating, mediators will often start with a flurry of comparisons, exploring all the ways the current blend matches each ideal they've imagined. This progression can be a challenge for the new partner, as not everyone is able to keep up with the mediator's rich imagination and moral standards. Okay. With a flurry of comparisons. No. And as for all this is no, except for the moral standards. Obviously, with today's generation, moral standards are different. Obviously, my moral standards are treat those the way you want to be treated. If you can get that, we can get along perfectly fine. If incompatible in conflict over this initial rush mounts, the relationship can end quickly, with mediators likely saying that it wasn't meant to be. Sure. As relationship takes hold, people with the mediator personality type will show themselves to be passionate, hopelessly romantic, while still respecting their partner's independence. That's true. That's perfectly fine. Obviously, they need them time, so mediators take the time to understand those they care about. Again, exactly. While at the same time helping them to learn, grow, and change. Yeah. While mediators are well-meaning, not everyone appreciates what they can come across as constantly being told that they need to improve, or put another way, they're not good enough. Ooh. I've never ever said anything like that. Nor do I ever mean anything like that. Yeah, that's fine. I can help them grow and be a better person. I'd never try to put it as in they're not good enough. That's not right. That's not right at all. Mediators would be hence to find that their intents were interpreted that way. Oh. Wow, that's actually true. Wow. Way to sneak that in at the very end, because that's absolutely what happened. But it's a real risk, and if their partners isn't adverse to conflict as mediators themselves, it can boil under the surface for real time before the surface, too late to be fixed. Oh shit. Yeah, no, I've never said anything criticism like, oh, maybe you should do that, oh, maybe you should do this. If they want to dress the way they want to dress, or they want to look the way they want to look, they do that. If they need help, I can help them. If they say no, I respect that. But, nah. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. So, these aversions to conflict, while contributing greatly to stability in the relationship, is done right. It's probably the most urgent quality for mediators to work on. Being your sensitive imagination, mediators are prone to internalizing even objective statements and facts, reading into the theme and exaggerated consequences, sometimes responding as though these comments are metaphors designed to threaten the very foundation of principles. Oh boy. Okay. No. What? That doesn't make sense. So naturally, these are almost certain. This is almost certainly an overreaction, as mediators should practice what they preach. Yes, they should practice what they preach and focus on improving improving their abilities to respond to criticism, calm objectivity rather than irrational accusations, and weaponizing guilt. Alice? I never do that. Where are we? Oh, we still have 5 more things to go. But that's at their uncommon worst. At their best, mediators do everything they can to be an ideal partner. Yes. Staying true to themselves, encouraging their partners to be the same. Yes. Mediators take the time in becoming physically Yo, that's okay. Alright. PG-13 stuff coming up. Mediators take their time in becoming physically intimate so that they can get to know their partners using their creative and understanding what they want and need them to adapt to them. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. The reason why I'm saying yeah. People with this personality type are generous in their affection, with a clear preference for putting the pleasure for their partner first. Oh boy, this is getting great. It is in knowing that their partners are satisfied that mediators truly feel the most pleasure. Okay, let's just move on. Mediator friends, how long is this one? Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Here comes another hour and 20 minutes of me just reading shit. So, true friends of people with mediator personality type tend to be few and far in between, but those who make better often friends for life. Yeah. The challenge is the many dualities of the types of happening. Who's messaging? Stop it. I am busy with reading. Mediators creative depth and mature understandings. 1 second. Oh crap, where is it? I had to close some shades. One shade, because I still need light. Dualities. These types, however, when it comes to being sociable, mediators create a depth of mature human understanding, but tire easily in social situations. These are excellent at reading into others' feelings and motivations. Okay, time. Challenges that many dualities of these types, however, coming being sociable, mediators create a depth of mutual human understanding. I'm not sure on this. This doesn't sound right. Retire in social situations. I get bored, but I like having fun. Obviously with PAX, when I went to PAX the first 3 days, obviously that tagged me out extremely. Because it's just so much energy. I don't mind it. I don't mind being there, but I was just so tired, especially Friday going, Saturday going, Sunday going, school Monday. I was so exhausted. It's like going to Disney. Just think of it that way. These are excellent at reading into others' feelings and motivations. Yes, I am. But are often unwilling to provide others the same insight into themselves. Yes, that is true. I have to get to know someone really well in order for me to open up. Even with some of my very close friends, like my best friends, like I don't even open up. Like, very rarely do I do. It's about mediators, like the idea of human contact, but not really the social contact. How poor are they that have not? Oh my god. In a lot of ways, these limit the potential pool of friends and other types of diplomat role groups. Who are able to pick up on subtle cues left by the mediator's friends, and who are more likely than not enjoying something as human enigmas. A friendship with a turbulent executive, an ESTJ-T, the fuck? On the other hand, governed by social constructs and community participations as they are, would almost be non-secular. I don't know. Though mediators may find the idea of being paired with their friends, they're opposite fascinating enough to outweigh the practical challenge to such a friendship. To top it all off, ideas like networking and the friend of my friend of my friend holds little weight to mediators. Friendships are earned on their own merit by dint of the intuitive respects mediators for those whose similar principles and values rather than more practical alignments of the co-workers. Okay, sure. I have no idea what I'm reading. Let's go to parenthood. People who share the mediator personality types show a tendency of not only striving to learn and grow, but more likely to journey to stars. Stars mediator parents are warm, loving, and supportive, and take immeasurable joy in their wide-eyed wonder of their children as they explore, learn, and grow. I would absolutely love for my child to grow. That's like my dad. Honestly, I think all parents are like that anyway. People with mediator personality type will give their children the freedom they need to do this. It depends. In all honesty, I put some restraints, but I won't completely go crazy with them. Keeping an open mind of letting the children gain their own sense of understanding. At the same time, media parents will try to provide a backdrop to this freedom and experiences, establishing a set of morals and values and guidelines that liberty sense personalities. Yes. Mediators never stop encouraging children to let them grow as they consider the duty to inspire and motivate them both. However, this sense of responsibility has a harder side. If the children fall foul of the mediator parents' values, they will not be taken lightly. People with a mediator personality take their responsibility in parenthood seriously and is measurable above all others. Again, I think all parents like that. In some ways, mediators tend to see the hide their inner selves from values can be an advantage in parenting, as they're able to portray themselves as good role models on the outside, shielding their loved ones not just from their own occasional anger or depression, but from the broader evil of the world. Are you saying that they're capable of having depression? This helps mediators to demonstrate outwardly with more loyalty. The biggest challenge of mediator parents, especially more turbulent types, Am I turbulent? No, I'm assertive. So, I often have more trouble with self-doubt than most, and so good to be structured. Cool. Career paths, I think we already talked about a lot, which is just artists. I'm just very curious. Yep, no. Your subordinates, colleagues, conclusion. Alright, let's go to conclusion. I feel bad for you guys. Alright, so few personality types are as poetic and kind-hearted as mediators. Their altruism and vivid imagination allows mediators to overcome many challenges, obstacles, and more often than not, brightening the lives of those around them. That is absolutely true. Mediators' creativity is invaluable in many areas, including their own personal growth, yes. Yet mediators can easily trip up in areas where the idealism and passion are more often as a liability than assets, whether it's navigating interpersonal conflicts, confronting unpleasant facts, pursuing self-realization, or finding career paths that align well with your inner core. May face numerous challenges at times. The question is, we really are. What you have read so far is just an introduction, and less than 5% of what we can tell you about me personal type. You may have muttered to yourself, wow, this is so accurate, it's creepy, or they know more about me that I'm closest to, and you may even be a little uncomfortable because you're really not used to being understood. Yeah, true. This is not a trick. You felt understood because you were. You felt understood because you were. And no, we didn't spy on you. Rather, we spent years studying mediators' life stories, experiences. This is about surveys, step by step, insight by insight. We discovered exactly what mediators think and what they need to reach their full potential. But in order to do that, you need a roadmap. Life's too short to stumble. Are you ready to leave? That's right. So okay. So I'm gonna leave it here. Again, I'll do more of that on my own. I'm gonna try to log in to see what happens if it actually still says me on here. I'll link down in the description below. I really want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you get. I'm very interested, very curious on what they do. Until then, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when another video is coming out. And share this with your friends so they can join in on this madness. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.